there, let's check out what's new in Anytype Desktop version 0.54, and it was released on February 16th of 2026. So the big feature of the Anytype Desktop update is tabs. So it's just like your browser here where you have multiple screens that can be open. So let's take a look when we're in the Anytype here. So right now you can see I have my home page is up here, and that's because I have a setting. Let me go to my settings and preferences. So you can choose to always show the tab bar at the top, which means whatever page is open will show here. It's defaulted, I think, to off. So if it's off, it would look like that. So let's go back to my space, and then there's 3 different ways that you can enable a tab. So one of the ways you can open a tab is to select an item in the widget menu. On a Mac, I'm pressing Command and then clicking on the mouse at the same time. And you can see now it's open my business ideas collection here. Another way is on the text menu of your Anytype app. On a Mac, I'm going to the window menu, and then there is a new tab option here. And then the third way is you can already see the shortcut for the keyboard is Command T on a Mac or Control T on a Windows. So if you enable that, we have another tab as well. And then also in the window menu, the text menu of the Anytype app, you can do the move and resize. So this will make a 50% screen, and then you can simply put your mouse over the tab and then drag it over to the right side, and now you have a side-by-side view. So excellent new user interface. Really love that tabs are available now. And then the next option we have is filters and sorts. So they are going to show up just above your content. So when you are looking at, like right now I'm in a grid view, you still have to click on either the sort or filter icon on the right side. So I'm going to select filter, and then you have to pick at least one first. So I'm going to choose initial startup cost here. And now you can see the filters are right here, and it is a lot easier to select. Say right here, I picked initial startup cost with 3 money bags, and you can change it so you can easily, see your data in however you want to. You can also add a new filter here as well. And then if you select sort, it will just show whatever your initial sort option is. There's also advanced filters. So if, again, like once you have that first filter, click plus filter again here, and you'll see at the very bottom, it says add advanced filter. And then it has one rule initially. And so you can add more than one filter option. It can really narrow down your results when you're using the advanced filters. And then there's one more thing I want to show you, dynamic filters, which I got to open up something else. So let me go to this sociology project. So on this project, I have an inline query of tasks. So these are all the tasks that I have. And the dynamic filters that you can use are here. So like subject is, you can see it's a property type of object. So I can select this object, which means it's kind of like self-referring. So it's only subjects that are this actual objects, which means really cool is that you can create a new object and it's automatically assigned to this object that you're on, so to sociology. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but I might have to make a different example for this. And then for the assignee dynamic filter, it has to be a space member. And then you can set it to current user. And then it will just show whoever is user, which is obviously me. Okay, next I want to go to, let me go to a different space actually. So I'm going to go to my Rohan Writers space. And then here, the next update is we finally have search for chat, which is awesome. So now there is the little magnifying glass up here. So you can search for a term and don't press enter, just leave it, and then it will have a running list of all of the keywords that you're looking for. which is great. So now you can use chat and actually find stuff that you're looking for. And then if you enter the keyword that you're looking for, so I don't press enter after this, it will show up right here, a running list with the dates that those chats were made. And then there's also a keyboard shortcut for that, which is Command F or Control F to, again, open this little search bar instead of just clicking over here. All right, another option that we have, if you have a shared channel, so this one is shared, we've got 2 members in here, go to the channel settings. So I just clicked over there, went to channel settings, and now there's an option up in the top right corner that says transfer ownership. So if you select that, it will show all the people in this space, and you can select whoever you want to be the new owner, and it will transfer it to that person. And we got through all of the major features. For quality of life, I did talk about the dynamic filters. There are a lot of them. So I'm just going to go over a few of the really big ones, and you can read the rest of this list here. Next up is the toggled headings. So here I'm on a page where I have some existing headings. I'm going to click just to the left of my toggle, and now we have some new options here, which are toggle title, toggle heading, and toggle subheading. So if I select one of these, toggle heading, you can see now it is a heading level, and the nice thing about that is it shows up in your table of contents, which if you hover over to the right here where this little horizontal line is, you can see all the different headings and subheadings. So it makes it really easy to navigate your page. The one thing you need to know is that once I change this, you can see that everything underneath it is now part of this toggle when you close it. So I'm actually going to do Command Z to remove that. I recommend starting at the bottom if you have a list of toggles that you want to convert. So if I convert this one first, you can see that just what's underneath here gets converted, and then I can go back up here and then I can do toggle heading over here. So that way you can see now I have cardio and strength training instead of how it was earlier where everything was under cardio. All right, another really good one that is so amazing for keeping your space tidy is, let me go to files. Now we have backlinks for all the files and images in Anytype. So I've just opened this, my Eisenhower matrix, and if you don't see this, you can select I to see the properties. And in the properties, you will see the backlinks here. So I have 2 pages, focus, curiosity, and decisions. Again, you can see that here if you want to get out of this properties panel. You can see it here if it's part of the header of your image or file. And so if I go to one of these pages, I can see like I have the file embedded on the page. So it makes it really easy to figure out where you have been putting your files and images if they are on multiple pages or objects. The next update is for wrapping content in the grid view. So this is another one that's really great because we usually have this text here and then you see the 3 dots, so everything gets cut off. So now you can go to settings and then go to layout for the grid, and then underneath these, you see wrap content. Make sure to toggle that on. And there you go. You can see that the grid has expanded for this specific property so that you can see all of the text, which is amazing. And you don't have to click on it to see everything. And then the last one I want to show you is templates. They redid the template title. So now you can choose from a pre-filled title or an empty title. So let me go here so that you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to edit the template. So yeah, so here right now it's empty. So when you make a new object from a template, it will just say untitled. But on here, just above where the title should be, there is an option that says empty name right now. If you click it again, it should switch to pre-fill name, and you can select whatever you want to put in here. Starting, like I just put class 01, and then let's take a look at what this looks like. So if you go to add a new object, you can see it says class 01, which was the title that was in the template.